Hello everyone and welcome to Pilates. This is the second mat Pilates video that we're going to do. Again, very simple but very effective. So we're going to start with a warm-up and we're standing for our warm-up today. So feet are under hips, knees nice and soft. We are going to start with those pelvic tilts. One hand lower tummy, one hand lower spine. Let me turn here. So what we're going to do is just gently tilt the pelvis back and forth. And what you're looking for here is to find that nice alignment through the spine. So as you pass through centre, notice where that is, where that feels nice and comfortable. That's the position that we're aiming for. So one more tilt in either direction, and then we come back to centre here. So nice and comfortable. From here, lengthening through the spine. We are rolling those shoulders back and down, gliding them down towards the waist. Let's focus on that breathing. So, hands can go back and sides of the rib cage here if you want, or resting by the side of the body, your choice. We are taking a nice breath in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. And we focus on that breath. There's my cockerel. As we focus on that breath, you're aiming to take that breath to the back and the side of the rib cage as you breathe in. And as you exhale, let that breath flow gently out of the mouth. So the reason we place the hands on here are so that you can feel that movement through the rib cage as you breathe. So we stay focused on that breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, looking for balance with breath. When you're ready, arms can come down to the side of the body here. We're going to bring our core engagement in next. So we're thinking about activating these core muscles, the muscles that help to protect and support the lower spine, working more deeply through the abdominals. So focusing again on that breath. Take a breath in to prepare. As we exhale, we are pulling those pelvic floor muscles deeply upwards towards the navel. On the inhale, we release them back down and we repeat. So exhale, we pull up through the pelvic floor, and on the inhale, release back down. So we're working at our maximum here as we pull up through pelvic floor and release, and focusing on that breath at the same time. So think of this as 100%. We're going to add on. So we exhale to pull up through pelvic floor. We inhale, scoop the navel inwards towards the back of the spine. Exhale, we release both. And inhale, we prepare to do it again. So exhale, pull up. Inhale, scoop in. Exhale, release both. And inhale, repeat. So we're working to that breath pattern, working breath and body movement together. We've got one more at our maximum, and then we cut that intensity in half, so we're working at about 50%. We pull up and scoop in, and it's at half the intensity that it was when we started. So it should feel smaller and softer as you pull up and you scoop in here. One more at 50%. Then we cut that intensity in half once again, so we are working at about 25%. So this should feel nice and controllable, maintainable. We can stay here throughout our session. Lots of reminders from me asking you to engage. This is what we're looking for. So next time we engage, we're staying there. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. We begin to roll down. So the shoulders lead here, the arms become nice and heavy. We roll down, and it's as close as you can to the floor comfortably. Take that breath in as we hold. Exhale, engage. We start to restack the spine. Take your time. We're going to do a few of these. We're mobilizing through the spine. So again, as we start to roll down here, unstacking bit by bit, lifting the rib cage up and away from the pelvis as we roll, taking that breath in as we hold, and then exhale, rolling ourselves back up. So you can see that that's nice and smooth, it's a flowing movement. That's what we're aiming for. Let's have one more on that roll down. Good. Take your time, roll it up when you are ready. Lovely. Let's start to warm up through those shoulders. Right arm, find the breath. Circle the arm around here. So this is the last part of our preparation phase, warming up through the body. And what we're doing is we're just encouraging a bit of warmth and movement as we start to mobilise. Change direction on that circle And let's take it round the other way. Good, focus on that breath, make sure you're engaged. We've got one more here. And then we roll that right shoulder back and down. Let's repeat left side, we circle through the shoulder here. So a nice smooth rotation, warming up through the shoulder, complete, and change direction, round we go. Good. One more here, roll the shoulder back and down. Hands to prayer, thumbs come into the breastbone, elbows wide, shoulders back and down. Soft knees, hips forward facing. Exhale, rotation to the right. Inhale, rotation to the left. I'd like you to keep going with that rotation as we move through the spine. So complementing that roll down that we started with, we're starting to get a different kind of movement going through the spine as we warm up. Notice that what my hips aren't doing is this. I'm not twisting wildly through those knees. I'm keeping that rotation nice and smooth. We have one more, and then we come back to center. Good. Taking those feet a little bit wider. We come into a squat. So what I'd like you to do is exhale as we come down, inhale as we push up. Think about pushing those heels down as we warm up through the knee joints, through the hip joints, through our legs here. I am tucking my tailbone ever so slightly under so that I'm thinking about keeping the spine as long as possible here. Shoulders back and down, chest nicely open. Good, we've got one more on that squat. Lovely, hands to hips. Let's take those legs to a wide 10 to 2 position and we start to glide. So again, just starting to warm those legs up with a different kind of movement. You can stay here, or if you wish, we add a float with those arms. Good. Start to feel those thighs getting a bit of warmth. I've got some lovely thigh warming work for you later on. Looking forward to that. Okay, we've got one more here and we return to center. Good, let's heel toe those feet. We come back together. I'm going to take my right foot back. I'm going to push down through that heel and I'm just coming gently forward over that left knee here. So I'm nice and long through the spine. Try not to crunch forward. So we're thinking about encouraging that good posture as we open up through the chest. Feel that stretch into the calf as we lengthen through the leg. Good, lift the heel. Bring that right foot in, let's change sides. Left foot goes back. Again, nice big step, settle yourself. Soft through that right knee and forward we come. So pushing down through that left heel, just feeling again that stretch through the calf and that lengthening of the left leg here. Good, lift the heel and back we come. Okay, so we are going to start with a roll down with the option to take it into a plank with leg pull or not, your choice. Option 1, we're going to go for the roll down. So we engage. Roll the shoulders back and down, feet under hips, take a breath. Exhale, chin to chest. Shoulders lead, lift that rib cage up and away from the pelvis. I'm coming into my roll down. If you know what you're doing, take it into plank, leg pull. Option 1, you're going to stay with me. So we roll back up. Option 1, that's for you. Stay there. Option 2, we roll it down and we walk it out into that plank. So hips nice and still. Control the movement. Hands walk to under the shoulders and we come to that plank. Now you've got the option to stay here and walk it straight back up or add your leg pull. With leg pull, we're aiming to keep those hips nice and still and we are aiming not to start rocking around through the lower part of the body. Then I'm going to walk it back up. Again, palms down or as close to palms down as you can, rolling up through the spine. So we're going to stay with that. Now you might be ahead of me if you're on that second option. So I'd like you to just keep moving through your roll down and option for plank and an option to add on that leg pull. Where you don't want to feel your leg pull is in your lower spine. Keep it in the glutes as we lengthen through the legs. 4 on the leg pull, palms down. Control your walk back to roll up. Your engagement here, really important. Make sure that you are pulling up through your pelvic floor. You're scooping in through that navel. Protection all the time. Support, control. We are looking here, as always, for precision of movement. We want to control each movement, and we are aiming to create a flow. All right, wherever you are, give me one more. So if you're on option 1, I'd like you to come and walk it to plank, if you wish, onto those knees and hold. Option 2 with me, we're just going to hold that nice high plank here. Lift the chest up, away from the mat. Push away through those heels. Engage. Can you feel those core muscles nicely activated here? We're going to hold it for a little bit longer. Shoulders, roll them back and down. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, drop to the knees, uncurl those toes, sink it back into child's pose. Just a gentle stretch here. Good. Take a few nice breaths for yourself. Then we are coming to a prone position. So we are coming over onto our fronts. Block, pillow, cushion, whatever you've got handy if you need it for under the forehead. Option 1 here. Arms at a right angle. You can have those feet a little bit away from each other. Option 1, lifting one arm, sending it overhead, bringing it back and down. Then we repeat on the other side. Option 2, take those arms in front of you, relax the shoulders, soften those hips. I am going to rotate my shoulder, keeping my hips still, little lift through the chest, tapping to just under the bottom and repeating on the other side. You are trying here to avoid rocking through those hips. So this is what you're avoiding. Okay, none of that. Keep those hips nice and still. This is option 2 as we work through the shoulders and a little bit of activation through the upper, middle and lower back. Option 3, you've got 4 of the shoulder rotation, then 8 on the swim. Lifting arms and legs, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, down we come, 4 on the shoulder. So I'd like you to choose the option that suits you here. You can keep going with that single arm extension, you can keep going through with the shoulder exercise, or you know you've got that option to add that swim and you are swimming for 8 double counts. Your choice. I have cramp in my left foot, so please ignore what my left foot is doing. You want your toes to be nice and flat. There we go, it's gone. So hopefully, starting to feel a little bit warmer. Stay looking down at that mat as you go for that swim. Lengthening through the arms and lengthening through the legs. Shoulders to fingertips, nice and long. Hip flexors to toes. 4 on the shoulders, 8 on the swim. We've got a couple more. Keep going. Can we feel those shoulders working? Stay with me. I'd like one more set of wherever you are, and we will hopefully finish at about the same time. If you've started your swim, Stay swimming with me. We're going to swing for longer. So let's swim. Option 1, option 2, stay where you are. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Bring it down. Good, did we feel that? Nice starting move. Okay, so we are popping up here. Take a moment recovery if you need one. Okay, starting here with a nice side-lying sequence. I'm a fan of a side-lying sequence, most of you know that. We're starting with open door. For open door, I would like you to have some kind of pillow, cushion, block type thing, rolled up jumper, anything you like. We're going to start lying on this left side, okay? So, we're lying here, and what I'd like you to do, oh that's sun, I'm not complaining, it's beautiful. You want your feet level with your bottom here. Good bend in the knee. Block resting under the head, arms together here. So open door, shoulder rotation, spinal rotation exercise, okay? So spinal rotation, shoulder movement, I meant to say, opening up through the chest. From here down, you're not moving, okay? Everything is moving above you. So make sure you're nicely stacked on those hips, lift that waist a little away from the mat, engage. Take a breath. Exhale, we open the door. I'm looking at that hand. As I open up, my hips stay still. And then I'm coming back to meet here. I'm going to repeat my open door. So, nice and simple. All you've got to do here is open and close with me. You're aiming for as much range of movement as you can without moving those hips, okay? Good. So really feel that you're working through the spine here, a nice spinal rotation exercise. In video 1, we did the saw. This is kind of similar, it focuses on the same kind of area, but working slightly differently. Keep those hips nice and still. Find that breath. I like open door. It's a really gentle but very effective exercise for spinal mobility, keeping that spine moving, keeping it healthy, encouraging strength, stability, range of movement through the spine. Are we breathing? You know I'd be saying that to you now in studio. Are we breathing? Make sure you're finding a flow of your breath and your body movement. I'd like one more on open door. So we are going to open and close. Good work. Clam. Option for clam. Here is a nice option. Nice option also here if you want to. Again, feet level with the bottom. Knees are nicely bent. When I started this, that sun was not that close. We are going to either keep the feet on the floor here or lift those feet up. So what we are going to do is open and close. Open and close. So again, that bottom hip nice and supportive here. You're not swinging around on that hip as we work through the top hip, pulling that top hip, leg, knee away from the bottom leg. I want you to squeeze those glutes so you can really feel that you're starting to work into your bottom as well here. So option 1, you've got your feet on the floor. If you fancy this option, come and join me up here. Engaging so we activate through those core muscles. Good. So normally I'd have my hand here on my hip. I could squint at you. That works equally, doesn't it? Good. All right. One more on the clam. Let's have it here. Good. lengthen those legs. I'm going to bring my legs to the front of my mat, so they should be in front of you here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift my top leg here, and can you see that? Just a bit of rotation there through those hips. I'm going to turn so that my foot is pointing up towards the ceiling. A little bit of rotation through the hip there. What I'm going to do is slide the toe up towards the knee, lift the leg, flex and come down. So point, slide, lift, flex and down. Again, point, slide, lift, flex, down. You've got that? I know you have. So this is a nice leg develop stretch. One of those nice dancey type moves, ballerina type exercises. If you don't feel graceful in studio when you look at yourself in the mirror, there's no mirror today, there's just you and me squinting in the sunlight. So go for it. Your inner ballerina, let it come out. Lengthening through that leg, moving through the hip. So, moving on from that open door, we've started thinking about those hips and those legs with some glute work as well. Aeroplane now, I wonder where that's coming in from. Thailand, trying to bring them back, aren't they? Good. We're staying with this exercise. I want to get some warmth into these hips and these legs. Feels great to be doing something, doesn't it? All right, stay with me. Good. Okay, I'd like one more here. Good work. Bring those legs back. Okay. Bend the bottom leg if you want to, or you can keep it long. I'm going to bend mine. Let me come down a little bit for option 1, people. All right, soft foot. Start me off here with a small hip circle. When we circle in a sideline position particularly, it's very easy to forget to go back as far as we're coming forward. Make sure that you're really completing a full circle here. You should have some warmth in that hip. Change direction, round we go. Can we feel those outer thighs working? I'm thinking that the answer is going to be yes. Keep going. All right, stay with me. 5, 4, 3, 2, complete. Get that leg up a bit for me. You know what's coming. Give me a bigger circle. Round we go. All the way. Back and forth. With that beautiful big circle. Now, can you feel your bottom here? I can definitely feel my glutes working. Keep circling that leg. Level 1. You can keep this a little bit smaller if you need to. Work as much as you can. Complete the circle. Change that direction for me. Stay with me. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, complete. Rest it down. All right, we're turning over onto our backs. Now, you can just turn straight over onto your back. I'm going to the other end, so I'm not squinting at you so much out of that sun. Okay, so let's focus on those abdominals, feet to floor. What I'd like you to do here is take the feet a little bit further away. We're taking the arms overhead, relaxing those shoulders down. Engage. Exhale, curl head, neck and shoulders away from the mat, and we lift. Inhale on that hold, exhale we come back down, inhale, prepare, exhale, curl. Now it can be here, doesn't have to be big, just make sure you can feel it. Inhale, send it away. So option 1, you're going to keep it a little bit lighter here, just a nice simple curl. Option 2, what I'd like you to do is curl a little more deeply into it here. Let's wake up those abdominals a little bit more. Option 3, we come up, hold, give me that nice little teaser leg. Very simple option on that teaser leg. You are looking for those arms and legs to be in a nice line with each other. Curl, hold, lift, good. You are lengthening here from the shoulders to those fingertips. Same with that hip flexor down to the toes. So I can really feel here that my abdominals are fired up. Hopefully you can feel the same. Good work. Keep going. Abdominal curls. Option 1, option 2, option 3. With that extended leg, the choice is yours. How are we doing? All right, stay with me. I'd like 4 more. Here's 3. Here's 2. Here's 1. Good. Relax. What do you need here? Nice full body stretch. Stretching out into the front of that tummy. This is the most effective one for that. Just nice, chill out for a moment, finding that breath. Okay, so we are now turning over onto that right side, and we're going to repeat that sequence of work. So we're starting with the open door. So again, you want your block under the head, and what I always do, and a lot of you will be more than used to this, is I lift the feet. I make sure they're level with the bottom, so I've got a good bend in the knees here. I lift that waist away from the mat, and I make sure that those hips are beautifully stacked. So remember for this one, hips down, there's no movement there, nice and stable. You are moving through the upper body, so from the waist up. So let's prepare it. Engage, take a breath. Exhale, we open that door. Look towards those fingers, keep the hips still. Inhale, we close that door. Good. We're going to keep going with our open door. Rotation through the spine, opening up the chest. Simple, gentle, effective spinal mobility exercise. Good, just keep going here. Focus on that breath, focus on the control you have here over that movement. Lengthen from those shoulders to those fingertips, hips nice and still. Good. This is 2. This is 1. Lovely. All right, from here into clam. Legs are going to stay there. Option with the block. Goes here or you're here. Choice is yours. Lift up long through the spine again. That's that little lift through the waist there. Hips are nicely stacked. Keep that bottom hip exactly where it is. Feet can stay on the floor or you're lifted here. Your choice. All right, when you are ready, we open, we close, and open, and close. Good. What I like about clam is it's so simple. But you can really feel this one. We've done what, 4, 5? I know, I'm counting. And I can feel that my bottom is firing up here. I can feel those glutes being activated, my outer thigh as well here. Focusing on that nice stability through the bottom side. Good. So you're aiming for as much range of movement through those hips here as possible. Remember, think about what that bottom hip is doing. What you don't want is any kind of rotation over onto your bottom. Stay balanced and stable on that supporting side. Good. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work. All right, lengthen those legs. We come to the front of the mat for that leg develop once again. So lift up that leg. Once again, just have a look. Bit of rotation there. You can see that. Rotate so that the top of the foot's pointing up towards the ceiling here, or beautiful blue sky. Hand on hip, or if you need a little bit of support, point the toe. Slide, lengthen, flex, and down. Point, slide, lengthen, flex, and down. Again, point, slide, lengthen, flex, down. Okay, so you know what you're doing. Keep going. As much length and as much control as possible. Good. Feel those thighs? Yep. Stay with me. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one here, and down. Good. How are those thighs doing? Bring the legs back. Again, you can have a long leg, you can have a bent bottom leg, the choice is yours. Lifting that leg soft through that foot. Let's start with that small circle. So it's not that small, it's a reasonable circle here. I can feel that I'm moving through the hips again. Make sure that you're sending that leg behind you and not just bringing it forward. Legs should be starting to feel nice and heavy. That's what we want. Nice heavy leg. Good. Complete. Change direction. Round the other way we go. Good. Keep circling. Alright, so you know what's going to happen. In a moment, we're going to take that circle to an even bigger circle. So we've got 4, 3, 2, hold. You can rest it if you need to. If you're happy to move on, get that leg up. Let's circle. Nice and big. Now this is the one where you're going, I can feel that. Yes, I hear you. I'm with you. Let's stay with it. Nice big circle. Keeping that leg nice and long. No stopping. Keep going. We're going to change direction, but not yet. 4, 3, 2. Complete change direction. Let's go. Feel those glutes. Feel those thighs. Yes. All right. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest it down. Back over onto our backs. Okay, so again, same exercise. We're going to start with the arms overhead and taking those feet a little bit further away from the body. Engage here, relax those shoulders. Option 1, exhale, curl head, neck and shoulders. Bring those arms down, step parallel to the floor. Inhale, release. Option 1, you're going to stay with that. Option 2, you're going to bring yourselves up a little bit higher. So you're lifting upper middle back away from the mat. Option 3, you're going to come up, you're going to hold, and you're going to extend. You're balanced on that tailbone. No coming up to here. We lose those abs. You're there. Then we come back down and we repeat. So, in your own time, you've got 3 options. Which option challenges you today? Choose the one that works for you, where you can really feel that we're firing up those abdominals. If you're on option 3, it's a nice little modification. It's a version of teaser. Make sure that you're fully extending through those arms, through those legs. Good, keep going. So, before we move on to our last little section really of work, we are going to go for the 100. Now if you've not done the 100 before, I'm going to stay with option 1, option 2, 3, those are, that's the option for those of you that really know what you're doing here, so feel free, we're coming to it shortly. 400, what we're going to do is we're going to curl the head, neck and shoulders away from the mat, and we're going to lengthen from the shoulders to the fingertips. Your 100 beats comes from the shoulders to the fingertips. Everything else is nice and still. Give me one more here on that curl. Good. Take the arms back overhead. All right, 2, 3 with 100. You know what you're doing. Option 1, you're with me. Curl head, neck and shoulders away. Roll the shoulders back and down. Find that length. Chin off chest, engage. 100 beats here. Make sure you're breathing. So I'm staying at option 1. I'm keeping it light, simple, effective. Relax when you've done your 100. Well done. Okay, so bridge work. We did some bridge work in our other Pilates routine, the first one that I filmed. This is the second. It's a nice exercise. It just brings in a little bit of everything, but quite gently. So options, we're going to start with option 1. So I'm bringing the feet to the floor. My knees are comfortable here. I've got no overextension in the lower body. They're nice and comfortable. Hips are grounded on the mat. Arms resting by the side of the body. Shoulders relaxed. You're bringing weight into the lower spine, hip area here. Palms resting down. We engage, and when you're ready, we exhale. We lift the hips, we peel the spine away from the mat, and we lift up onto those shoulders. Push up, take a breath, hold. Feel all of this working. Exhale, relax the shoulders, and carefully back down you come. Repeat. Shoulder bridge. So, option 1, I want you to focus on your breath pattern here as you move in and out of your shoulder bridge. Option 2, if you want it, you have the option to add 4 knees. There are some of you that may wish to come in a little bit. I've just demonstrated that there. Come in a little bit with those legs, but do make sure you've got that gap. We keep the bottom nice and lifted. We go for 4 alternate knee lifts here, looking for that smooth flowing movement, soft through the shoulders, and then back down we come. So option 1, you're staying with the bridge. Option 2, you are adding the knees to chest with that bottom beautifully lifted, maintaining your bridge here. Bridge work complements the roll down plank we did at the beginning. It complements the open door, which is our rotational exercise. This is an exercise that focuses on strength, stability, range of movement and flexibility of the spine. Something crawling on me. Alright, staying with it. So you're either bridging or you're bridging with the knees. Soft through those shoulders. Make sure there's absolutely no weight whatsoever in that neck. We do not want that. Stay with it. Option 1, option 2, you decide where you want to be. Alright, we've got one more on the bridge. Let's have it here. Into your bridge, choose the options. If you're on option 1, hold that bridge, just hold it up. Good. Coming out when you're ready. You want a knee hug? Take a knee hug. It can give you a little bit of a niggle in that lower back, especially if, like me, you do suffer in that area. Alright, okay, so let's move on. Got some options for you here. Option 1, feet to floor. Block, if you want it. Pillow, cushion, rolled up towel, what have you got? You can be here. Single knee to chest. If you're not used to working through those abdominals, and maybe they've bubbled along nicely for us, stay here. Option 2, you're here. Tabletop position. Extension, alternate legs. Okay. Option 3, coming up onto the elbows. Tabletop position, extension. If you're up here with me, lifting up long through the spine, lengthening from the hip flexor down to those toes, chin off chest. Double leg option, if you want it. If you suffer with your back, don't go for that double leg option. Stay with the single. Combination, single, single, double. What grabs you today? You choose. I can feel my thighs as well as my abdominals working hard here. Good. Are we breathing? Make sure you're working that breath pattern in with your movement. Keeping that spine lifted, so chest up, engaging, shoulders back and down. Encouraging good body position and posture here. Feeling this? Keep going. You've got your options. All right, I'm going to count it down. So, let's count down. Keep going at your pace. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Come to the floor. Well done. Okay, so you can keep that block under there if you want to. Option 1, bringing those knees in here. So If you can get a little bit of extension, a bit of length on those legs, please do. What we're aiming to do is to create a scissor kind of action. So if this knee needs to stay bent but you can lengthen the one away from you, that's fine, that's okay, I'm happy with that. Shoulders on the mat or away. Your harder working option, we lengthen the legs. We bring one leg in, we send the other leg away, pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, switch, pulse. Climb the leg towards the ankle, scissors. So, I want you to focus on your rhythm, your flow, and your control of movement as we work into those scissors. Nice long legs here. Engaging chin off chest. You should really be able to feel those abdominals working hard for you here. You've got that beautiful length through the legs. Lower body coordination, flexibility exercise, as well as those abdominals. Stay with me. I think we'll have 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 14, I missed one, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, stay with it, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hug. Good work. Well done. Okay, we're going to stretch it down. Anything you want to repeat? Maybe you like that side lying section, repeat it. But at the end, repeat it. It's up to you. Let's stretch, feet to floor. Let's take those arms wide. Drop the knees to the right, look over the left shoulder. I can still feel my abdominals working. I hope you can too. I can definitely feel that I've moved through my spine and hips and I've worked through my thighs and legs. So, job done. Let's change sides here. Stretch it out. Good. Come back to centre. Let's bring those knees in again. Let's have some frog's legs here. Just a little bit of rotation through the hips, a nice bit of movement. Good. Let's change direction. Round the other way we go. Good. And come back to centre, left foot to floor, right ankle over left knee. Let's push that right knee away from the body. Feel that you're opening out here through that right hip. Good work. That same leg, lengthen it. Walk the hands up towards the ankle. Let's stretch into that hamstring. Got a nice long leg, tight hamstrings. Got that bit of a bend. Keep that bend. Let the legs support you. Good. Flex that foot. I'm going to lace the fingers. I'm pushing that heel up to the ceiling. Good work. Right foot down. Let's go left ankle over right knee, pushing that left knee away from the body here. Feel that lovely stretch. Good. And when you're ready, lengthen that left leg. Walk the hands up towards the ankle. And feel that stretch back of the thigh here, hamstring stretch. Unlace the fingers, flex the foot, push the heel up to the ceiling, calf stretch. There is a 1 hour pure stretch video on the website, which is, if I say it myself, it's really nice. So do feel free to have a look at that one. It's a nice, just chill out one. Relax. Let's come over onto all fours. Alright, curl those toes under, walk the hands back to the knees, and we roll up for the last time. Nice roll up through the spine, into full body stretch. Take a nice breath in and monkey swing. We go 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. Well done everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. So like I say, there's another Pilates video, there'll be more to come. There's a stretch, there's a men on mats. So if you know a man, if you're in isolation with one, get him stretching. Link somewhere up there if you would like to donate something. You are, I'd be really grateful. It's up to you entirely. Stay safe everyone, thank you, see you soon.